Finally, a good reason to wear this hat. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a ranking video. This video, I want to rank every MLB team name from my least favorite to favorite. I've done videos like this before with the NHL, NFL, and NBA where I rank the team names first and then later on do the logos or jerseys and all that. To me, a team name is very important. It's hard to change a team name. You could change the logo anytime, but it's very rare that a team will change their names. Like, say, for example, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, they just shorten their name to the Rays. But it's so rare. Now, I do want to say that I got these logos from sportslogos.net that we're going to look at for reference. But I purposely used different logos from different years. They're not all current logos. Whatever I like just for visual appearance. But gotta stress, we're only ranking the team name and not the logos, not my favorite team. I don't have a favorite team. I actually don't watch that much baseball, to be honest. I've gone to a few baseball games. Toronto Blue Jays are my team, are my local team. And ironically, the only times I've been to a baseball game were when they were against the Boston Red Sox. But that was just a coincidence. So with that, let's get into it. Let's get to my least favorite team name, and that is the Washington Nationals. Now, to be fair, Washington Nationals is not necessarily a bad name. It's just the fact that they are called the Nationals and they play in the National League. It's like having a team called the Americans. Now, I know we have the New York Yankees, and we'll get to that later, but they're not called the New York Americans. They're called the Yankees. But here, they're called the Nationals, and they play in the National Leagues. They could have gone creative and come up with something way better, something like, I mean, if Washington Redskins can come up with Commanders, not saying it's the best name, Washington Nationals, Washington, when they relocated from Montreal, they could have come up with a better name. Next, we have the Philadelphia Phillies. I was debating on putting this in last place, but at least Phillies is technically a nickname at least, but they could have come up with something more creative, like the Liberty Bells or the Philadelphia Bells or whatever. Not I'm saying those are great names, but I think they're better and more creative than the Philadelphia Phillies. Next, we have the San Diego Padres, and this has to be a joke, right? Like, what the hell is that? Like, I don't think anybody would come up with a team name like that today. I didn't do much research on when the teams were established. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty old team, but yeah, San Diego Padres, and you got like a monk or something on as your logo, or originally. Now they don't use that anymore. This is like one of their early logos. Yeah, I do not like that name. You know what? It is a funny name though. I'll give them that. Next, we have the Cincinnati Reds, and I wanted to give them a little bit of a pass because from my understanding, they were originally called the Cincinnati Red Stockings, but then they shortened their names to the Reds. But guess what? They could have just changed their name altogether. You know, they could have done that. So the fact that all they did was shorten themselves to the Reds, and there's another team called the Red Sox, I had to put them there. Next, we have the Boston Red Sox, and I don't know, just the fact that when you're called the Red Sox, you're kind of stuck wearing Red Sox forever, right? I don't know. It's not a name that would it's not a name that someone would come up with today, I think. I don't know. Like when I think when Cleveland Indians were changing their names, people were call themselves the Blue Sox or something. I think that's what the rumor was. Thank God they didn't go with that. But yeah, Red Sox, not my favorite. Naturally, the next one is the Chicago White Sox, and pretty much the same reason. I just felt like, you know what, grouped them together. Next, we have the Milwaukee Brewers, and Milwaukee Brewers, like, what the hell is that? Like the beer, like they do beers there, like they brew beers. I don't know. It doesn't sound like a cool name. Next, we have, well, they're called the Athletics, the A's. They don't want to be called the Sacramento A's for some reason. They were the originally the Oakland Oakland A's, and Athletics. But the thing is, it's not like it's a bad name. I'm not really a big fan of Athletics, but if you want to call yourself the A's, that does sound good. But guess what? You better be like a top level team. And my understanding is they're not. They're a really, really bad team. So calling yourself the A's and you're not in good standings just doesn't sit well. Next, we have the Los Angeles Angels. That's such an awkward name. And guess what? If they were called the Anaheim Angels, I would have put them maybe in the top 10. So I am also using the fact that they're using the whole name, not just a nickname. It's also the whole name together. The fact that they're called the Los Angeles Angels is just an odd name. And the fact that they don't even play in Los Angeles, they play in Anaheim. Next, the Baltimore Orioles. Now, it's not really a bad name. It just comes down to the pronunciation, I guess. As a kid, when I when I read the Baltimore, or someone told me the Baltimore Orioles, I'm just thinking of the Oreo cookie. So that's just really why I put it in the bottom half here, because I just don't like the pronunciation of it. That's all really. Next, the Kansas City Royals. It's not bad. At this point, this is like the middle of the road for me. I'm just not usually a fan of teams that use the whole royal theme, like the Kings, and they use crowns. I don't know. I'm just kind of sick of that. And that's kind of why I put it here. It's not like I hate it, but I don't love it either. Next, the New York Mets. I mean, what's short for Metropolitan? Is that what they're really going with? I do like the fact that there is the Brooklyn Nets, New York Mets, New York Jets. So I do like that they're going with that theme for the secondary New York teams. Not a logo ranking. I do like the logo, but I also feel that logo's a little busy for my taste. Next, we have the Los Angeles Dodgers, and again, middle of the road. I don't love it. I don't hate it. I mean, are they dodging the ball? Are they just? Is that what? Are they running away from the ball? Like, what's the meaning behind Dodgers? That I just didn't understand. And it's a nice name, Dodgers, but I just don't get it that much. So that's why it's where it is. Next, we have the Texas Rangers. Now, the reason why this is middle of the road for me is because, one, I'm not a fan when teams use the state name, especially when you have another team in the same state, like Houston, and now this one is taking the whole state. That's why I'm not really a big fan of Florida Panthers in the NHL when they have another team in Florida, the Tampa Bay Lightning. So that's one. And the other thing is because they're called the Rangers, and I believe they came after the New York Rangers, so that in the NHL also. So that's kind of why. Not a big deal. They're both different leagues. But that's why it's in the middle of the road, although Texas Rangers does roll off the tongue pretty well. Next, we have the Detroit Tigers. Now, if you've seen my NFL team name ranking video, I do mention that I'm not a huge fan of teams that use these generic names that are usually used for like high school, college teams. So Detroit Tigers kind of feels like college, high school. But at the same time, I will say it does sound right. Detroit Tigers. It's... Yeah, it just feels right. I don't know. It's just middle of the road. That's why. Next, we have the Colorado Rockies. It's another name that makes sense, although they came after the NHL Colorado Rockies that are currently relocated to become the New Jersey Devils. So it is kind of like a recycled name, but again, the name makes sense. So that's why I kind of have to give it a pass. It's a great name, Colorado Rockies, for a baseball team. The Tampa Bay Rays. So this one, they used to be called the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, but now they're called the Tampa Bay Rays. I think I like Devil Rays more than Rays, but at the same time, when they're called Tampa Bay Devil Rays, that's 4 words. It's a little too long for a team name. So I get Tampa Bay Rays being shorter sounds better. At the same time, they might relocate, I think, to Orlando, but they might be called the Orlando Dreamers. I think that's what they're pitching. I actually do think Orlando Rays would sound a lot better, to be honest, but that could be a different video. But let me know in the comments, actually. Next is the Toronto Blue Jays. So that's my team. That's the team I'd be happy if they win the World Series again. Yeah, it's middle of the road. I know not a logo ranking video, but I'm usually not a fan of always having that maple leaf there just because we're the only Canadian team, But Toronto Blue Jays, I mean, I do like that because like most of the time Toronto does like to use blue in all their teams. So I do like the fact that they incorporated the Blue Jays, like an actual bird, into their team name. Next, we have the Chicago Cubs. At first, I didn't really like that name back in the day because, like, a cub to me is like a little baby bear. But I believe they were named after the Chicago Bears, and because there were like a lot of young players, so they were nicknamed the Chicago Cubs. So that's why I kind of give it a pass, because at the same time I do kind of look at reasons for that name. So because of that, I give it a pass. Next, we have the Atlanta Braves. I think that's the only controversial team name in the MLB. I never really looked at it as Native American. Like, I don't know, like to me, I think of Braves like, as a kid at least, oh, they're called the Braves because they're just brave people. Like that's, I don't know, that's all I'm thinking. Although when you look at sports logos, you see their the imagery is different, but like, yeah, I still like the name Braves though. That's what it comes down to. Okay, so now we are in the top 10, and we have the Minnesota Twins. Now, at first, I didn't really like the name Twins as a kid. I didn't understand it, but then when I was told it's the Twins, it represents the Twin Cities of what is it, St. Paul and Minneapolis. So it kind of made sense after, and that's why I liked it. Yeah, Minnesota Twins. It's a name that you have to question and ask why, but at the same time, it does roll off the tongue. Next, we have the St. Louis Cardinals. I just don't know why, but I always like that name. I didn't like it for Arizona Cardinals, but like the NFL team. But St. Louis Cardinals actually sounds better. It does feel like it does feel like a good baseball team name. So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Next, we have the Cleveland Guardians. So this is a recently new team name because they were originally the Cleveland Indians. Should they have changed the team name? I'm gonna say, I guess, yeah, because if I don't know, just if the team name's always going to be controversial and questioned, it's better to just change the team name and get it over with. And I think they did a good decision with the new name, the Cleveland Guardians. Do I like their branding, their logos, and all that? Not really, but I do like the team name though. Next, we have the New York Yankees. So I did mention that, I think because they play in the American League, and Yankees, I guess that means, I think it means American also, right? So the fact that they're not using like New York Americans, they're using Yankees is different. So that's why I give it a pass. And it's such an iconic name. I'm not a New York Yankees fan, but hey, I have a hat for the New York Yankees. So, but they're not my favorite team. It's just such an iconic branding and team name that I still like it. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I like the story from what I've read of why they're called the Pittsburgh Pirates, because you would think Pirates, they should be in Tampa Bay, but the reason why they're called the Pirates is because they were stealing players, and that's why they nicknamed them the Pirates. So that's kind of why I like that name. And besides, it's I like Pittsburgh Penguins, Pittsburgh Pirates, the double P thing. So I do like that. Next, we have the San Francisco Giants, and this is from, because they were originally called the New York Giants baseball team, then relocated to San Francisco. And yeah, I just like it. It's iconic for sure. I don't have anything bad to say about it, and nothing like amazing to say about it. Next, we have the Seattle Mariners, and the reason why I didn't put this in number one, although it is a pretty good name, that's might be worthy as number one for a lot of people, because I like their branding. The team name sounds great. I think it just comes down to how I have a bad habit of reading it as Seattle Mariners when I read it, but it's called but they're pronounced the Seattle Mariners, and that's just the only reason why I just couldn't put it in number one, but definitely in the top 10, and definitely in the top 5. Next, we have the Houston Astros. Great name, great branding. It's Houston. You think of space and all that, so definitely better than Houston Aeros. Astros is a great name for any sports team, really. Okay, so in second place, I have the Miami Marlins, and if they were called the Florida Marlins, I probably put them in the bottom 10, maybe even the bottom 5, because I just don't like the fact that they use the whole state name. So when they switched to Miami Marlins, definitely got them really, really high on this list. And yeah, I mean, I like the name, like their branding and everything. So that's why I put them in second place. And in number one, my favorite team name in the MLB, the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I did not even think I would put it in first place. Like when I was prepping for this video, I was like looking at the list and I was like, Arizona Diamondbacks, that's such a great name for a team name, for a baseball team name. And not the logo at all. I actually do not like their logo. I just like the name because it's got like this double meaning. On one hand, it's because baseball, you have to stand on a diamond to bat. And, so baseball diamond, that's one. And two, because it's named after the rattlesnake. So it makes sense. It's such a great name for a baseball team. And that's why I had to put it in number one. So that's it for my ranking. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my ranking. And if you disagree with me, by all means, please let me know in the comments, which one do you think is number one? And also, if you're a fellow YouTuber who makes videos in this kind of niche, I would love to see a team name ranking video for either the MLB, NHL, NFL, NBA, because I don't see many people. I think I've seen just one person ever do a team name ranking of a league, but I don't see it too often. But I'm always interested to know, like just a team name only. And if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers real soon and hopefully off to 1,000. And and I hope I get to see you on the next one.